Hi friends, I'm Manoj and let's talk about Mains 2022 and how to do the complete GS in almost 30 to 35 days because the time is very less. So in any case, candidates are not going to afford more than 30-40 days uh, to do with the complete GS because one has to do a lot of practice also and optional also. And this is what we are doing in the GS Q course, in which the basic idea is to revise and practice almost all the syllabus or the main component of the syllabus in 30 days. So let's understand the mains is about only two things, which I always say. In most of the session, I start with this saying that mains is all about two things: conceptual clarity and clarity in expression. So these are the two things on the basis of which you achieve the peak performance. And the peak performance is basically to meet the spontaneity in those 3 hours. And this is all about the peak performance, what you discuss all the time, peak performance for those 3 hours. The main challenge is basically how to organize and structure your content. But before that, I tell you one thing, why mains is basically a comfortable situation for most of the candidates. Because if you look at the scheme of the examination, PT, mains and interview, mains is something which is more predictable. If you are very good in terms of covering the syllabus and you have practiced enough and the things are very organized and structured, the chances are very high that you may get 42% to 45% more than that in general studies alone, which is a pretty good marks. Now the question is here to make it more predictable and aligned to your preparation. It's very important that syllabus is covered thoroughly. Now the challenge is how to do it in, you can say, 30-35 days or 40 days. The best way is to do it through some kind of exercise rather than flipping all the sources. The moment you start following sources, it consumes your time, creates pressure on you, and then eventually you start feeling anxiety sort of thing. So it's basically that you take the questions more and more, which covers or map according to the syllabus, do it reflective exercise, thinking, revising through thinking, and then practicing. And this is what we are going to do in the Q course of GS, where we will covering almost, you can say, 700 to 800 topics through the questions itself. It will serve two purposes. In the sense, it will help you to organize and structure all the content, concepts, ideas. At the same time, it also, you can say, helps you to revise and consolidate your preparation. Because here, mind it, why I say revision and consolidation of the preparation, because the syllabus is very vast. You have to do a lot of things in very less time. And so unless things are very organized and structured, revise properly, revision is done, enough revision is done, you cannot do anything. You cannot write a good answer, because at this juncture of time, you must have heard a lot of candidates talk about daily answer writing, 5 questions daily, 7 questions daily, etc. But I always say, what you are writing for? What you are writing for? Unless it is mapped very well with the micro detail of the syllabus, you cannot improve in answer writing. Merely writing 5 question or 50 question daily will not serve the purpose, because it's entirely different from the PT, where you can't like 3,000 question, 5,000 question, 10,000 question. It's not the case here. It's not the case. Why? Because here it's more about your perspective. If you carefully map last 4-5 years questions, you will find that at least 50% or more than 50% question demands your opinion. It's completely your opinion, perspective. And when it is about the opinion, perspective, if you have not visualized the things, imagination, interconnectedness, then obviously increasing marks by 1.5 in each and every question becomes very difficult. Despite you are writing day in, day out, you don't know where to work more. where to you can say work, so that you can get some incremental growth in the marks, because this is what you will achieve by doing the practice. It's never that there is a, you can say, V shape or some sort of thing. It's never happened. It's always the you can say improvement in answer writing is always incremental. It has to be. And so sometimes it becomes very difficult and frustrating that what are the niche area and where is the specific area where you can work. And so I would like to suggest that to do so, in any case, you have to practice, but simply you map your practice with the syllabus, design your preparation strategy in such a way that everything is done almost in 30 to 40 days. So you can go for the multiple revision, more practices, and then you go for the mock, where actually you test your peak performance. 5 questions, 10 questions are good for you can say revision, concept building, identifying the gray areas, working upon them. But in any case, peak performance you will achieve by the mock itself. And before that, you have to do few things. This is what basically you can say 30 days plan, what we call it Q course, in the sense quick course. And in this quick course, we are going to do in the GS 1, 2, 3, 4 and answer writing, test, mock, etc. This is what you have to do. 30 to 40 days, most of the things are done. A complete revision plus identifying the gaps, working upon the areas. This is something that you cannot deny because you don't have time. So whatever you do with us or anywhere else, or you are doing your own, doesn't matter. The thing is that plan in such a way where in 40 days, almost you can say 30 to 40 days, you map the entire syllabus. So this is what you need to do through 400, 500, 600, 700 questions, and then go for practice. The reflective exercise questions of 500, 600 is different from the practice questions, because here it is designed for understanding the concept, revision, etc. And then test is designed to whatever you have learned, practice, practice and practice. So this is what the Q course is all about. Thank you very much. Thank you.